I guess, is it one of those things where some of these games where they're in the space so long that people forget, right? Like I look at, for example, one of the things that I've seen people say about Rebirth was that for as great as a game as Rebirth is, it's not beginner friendly at all. Like to really understand what's happening, you have to play like 5 different games. It's almost like Kingdom Hearts. Like you have to play like 5 different games to really understand what's happening.
That's not good.
You can't start a remake.
What's
material? Because it's a sequel.
What's material? Yeah. What is material? What's material? What's the live stream?
Right.
So someone type it live stream Final Fantasy VIII. Doesn't exist.
Well, no, it does exist, but there's a wiki of like, well, which story are we talking about? Are we talking about the before crisis, the ever crisis, the crisis core reunion? Talking about the OG? We talking about average children? You know, like it's.
and then now the thing is, for me, my introduction to Final Fantasy, as tragic as it is average children. And so, yeah, guess what? You know, there's average children babies, and so yeah, and there's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. I know about Final Fantasy, but I just couldn't play it because it was an RTS game. But when somebody said, "Hey, Jory, man, hold this DVD," I said, "Kid, Final Fantasy, what they going to wait to attack?" He said, "No, watch it." I saw that thing. What? I said, "Hey, can I get busy like this?" So I went to go play the game.
Your turn. Now my turn. Now my turn again. Now your turn.
Nah. But when I went back to Final Fantasy Average Children, I said, "Oh, they getting busy like this? That's a bike? Wait, he got 7 swords in one? Oh, nah. You listen, you think I care about Cloud? You think I care about that Angel Blade? Throw that trash in the can. Okay, go make it. Go 3D print that thing, man. I don't care about that thing. No how. I want the fusion sword, the Gogeta blade, the Vegeta blade, the Vegito blade. Kid, I don't care about that stuff, man. Dog, you go and it. So now I don't have access to that. Kid, homie, better write. He better find a way to write that in. I want that better be the ending. They wind up in that universe, and then you get future Barrett. Because why do it? Barrett and his new gun. Oh man, you know what you could do with that.
Well, it's funny you say that. I'm going to bring that up when we talk about Rebirth specifically. There's a couple of things where I was like, oh man,
yeah. So now for me, I think you're right, man. It's too spread out. That's not the best way to do stories. It kills Halo. It kills Gears of War. It kills Resident Evil. You can only do this with games that are constructed like that, like an Elden Ring, to where you have to read item descriptions, and it's fine because that's pretty. They kind of created to be a tabletop lore hunter game. Which is fine. Like Warhammer's that way as well. You know what I'm saying? Not to speak on it or because the controversy going on, but it's that type of game to where it's lore heavy.
Right. It's self-contained, but the deeper you go, the more it reveals about that world. That makes sense.
It's the same thing that is going on with Star Wars. Star Wars is interesting outside of the Luke Skywalker story. They can go ahead and rest on that mountain and never come back. And Star Wars would be 20 times more interesting. You know what I'm saying? But they don't explore these things, right? I don't even think Outlaws should have existed. They should have just made Outlaws
Rogue One.
No, not Rogue One. They should have made. They should have fused Kyle Kestis and that she should have been a character in addition too. It just doesn't. I'm like, yo, Kyle, right now. He's the most interesting Jedi, in my opinion, in a video game. I don't care about Scar Killer. He could pull a
fleet ship by himself.
Yeah, by himself.
Technically, he's not canon.
And now he's not canon. Don't you think, like, there's some of the stories, and that was a great story in Fallen Jedi Survivor. But, I got to fight Dante... Not Dante, lightsaber man, and it was a horrible fight, you know. But I think that's what's going on with these games. The story's too spread out, man. Makes
sense.
It's spilled milk, spilled water.
the barrier of entry is a little wild. Of like,
and it's not.
I have to play how many games for this random character to make
and
sense?
You're advertising this. This is for the core fans. To them, you sound like Vince McMahon. This is for the core fans, and people are like, man, I just want to play the game. I don't even know what's going on.
Right.
You know,
right.
that's just not what they should have just. Hey, just play it. Then the person's interest will start because in Elden Ring, stuff just happens. Yo, why did this happen? They read the item description. Now you have people who never played video games automatically boom because of their YouTube channels because they genuinely love the property,
the lore and everything,
and that's what the first Final Fantasy did. So why you guys just repeat it? You know, just repeat the same marketing because it works. The less you got to give people a good entry point. And I just think with Pokemon, you know, even though that's not a part of the topic, Pokemon's problem, it comes out too frequently, right? And you guys don't spend enough time trying to innovate. Let's be real. Arceus,
well, they do. They just innovate in the wrong ways. They're innovating. It's just not in the right things.
Do you know how much creatures exist in this world and new discovery of animals?
Right.
You go back to formula. Animals are very interesting.
Here's a sentient mop. Here's a sentient chandelier. Here's a sentient.
What are we doing? Now we playing Beauty and the Beast with these like. What are we doing? What are we doing?
The teapot Pokemon.
The teapot Pokemon. It hides in an attic because it looks just, and it's not even creative, man.
All right, I think those are fair points. I think I didn't really consider the whole extended media world of especially for Final Fantasy VII. Of like, you need that to kind of streamline a lot of this lore.
If you don't go into Advent Children for this one, then what reunion we talking about?
Sonic is a prime example because look, all right, so Sonic Prime Season 2 just finished. Big highlights on Shadow, and guess what's next? The movie. And then guess what's probably going to come right after that? The game. Sonic X. Just it lines up, man. It's multiple things that are boosting up each other that are in sync with each other.
And did you